Cosmic Girl 101 signing on for the Leo Tarot reading for the month of June 2024. Hope you're all doing well out there, Leo. We are halfway through 2024 calendar year. How are you tracking? Are you on, basically on the right trajectory in regards to your goals for 2024? This may be the time in the month of June where you get back into rehashing or retweaking any plans that you had laid out for 2024 and see if something needs to be released that's been a little bit too heavy, unrealistic, and break things down into smaller achievable goals for yourself if you had any at all. So I'm Cosmic Girl 101, and if you're into astrology, you can check out the astrological rising sign videos for the months on this channel. If astrology and your rising sign is something that you're interested in and looking at the forecasts ahead, they've already been uploaded. We are also, for all the newcomers, if there's any new viewers here, welcome. And you're interested in how this all plays out, how do we do a tarot reading for the month for the astrology signs? Well, I have 2 tarot decks. 4 cards come through organically. I don't interrupt the flow. They come out in their own time. And then I get a second tarot for more depth and detail of what's been brought forward for you. Then I psychically tie in the month for you, Leo. So as we were speaking, a card's already arrived, which is interesting. So something's quite fast moving for you, possibly in the month of June, or your energy is picking up. Always remember free will and agency when you are getting any divinatory or oracle forecast for yourself. The information or wisdom either lands or it doesn't, which means it resonates and connects. It's organic, it's in flow with you. And if it's not for you, then that's okay as well. So the first card that flew out for you, Leo, in the first week of June is the Knight of Wands. And Wands is fire energy, and your energy as a Leo, you are a fire sign element. And because this is a knight, the knights in the tarot deck represent going towards a goal and taking action and a lot of movement. So when we're talking about the element of fire, there's movement in regards to your energy. So something's increasing here in the first week of June, and that second tarot is going to give us more depth on what that is. But looking at the card as a standalone message for you, Leo, opening up the month of June, the Knight of Wands represents taking action physically, moving towards something that you are passionate about, something that you feel that you need to take action on in the first week. Okay, Leo, second week of June for Leo. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being present today for a sign of Leo for the month of June 2024. Leo. Second week of June. Yeah, so that card flew out quite quickly, and now it seems to be slowing down. So something might be settling in the second week once the action starts in the first week of June. And it sounds about right, because the second card for you, the second week, for June, is the 8 of Cups. And this is a slow down, a retraction from something that you have been emotionally connected to or psychically connected to. It's taking a step back, and it's to give you space to recalibrate what it is that makes you feel joyous and feel in flow with you again. So getting back in touch with your feelings and emotions and psychic abilities, or just being psychically available if you feel like you've gone off course. If you are into anything esoteric, this is where you might be dropping in to esotericism, getting an astrology reading, tarot reading, looking at any magical tools that we have at our fingertips. So you might be getting back on track with your psychic work, or just getting back into the spiritual parts of your existence. And the 8 of Cups is giving you the room and the space to do that. So that's interesting how the guides have made it very clear with the cards coming through that there's a slowdown. The third week, we have a major arcana card, and this is death. Now, major arcana cards represent our spiritual path through the major arcana in the tarot. And the death part of the journey is here. And the death part of your journey, Leo, is about knowing to drop something so something else can come into your reality. So it's almost like the awareness, the acknowledgement, the presence of mind to know that something has run its natural course with you and needs to be addressed so you can move on from something that has been possibly a little bit difficult for you to deal with. And once you let go of it, acknowledge it, work with this, whatever this is, in the third week of June for you, Leo, it presents an opportunity for something new to come in. So interesting reading in the month of June to date, what I can see here as a tarot reader, but we will get more depth and detail with that second card, so hang tight. Okay, fourth week of June, moving into the month of July for Leo. What is a Leo on notice for in the month of June and the fourth week moving into the month of July? Yeah, the years flown by, you might resonate with that as a human, that things just seem to be really moving quite quickly. I mean, we're halfway through 2024, so time seems to be speeding up. The fourth week, please. Thank you. So we have the Seven of Pentacles showing up in the fourth week moving into July for you, Leo. So Pentacles is the element of earth. It's very grounded, unmoving, practical. It's what's real. And the sevens represent looking at options that is bringing in a sense of change. So this card represents looking at what you've built to date in a practical sense, and is the juice worth the squeeze? Do you keep going, or do you drop it and move on to something completely new? So it's decision time here at the end of June, moving into the month of July for you as a Leo. So let's get some clarity, shall we, with the wisdom of the tarot with the second deck on what has come through for you, Leo. So opening up the month of June, we've got that Knight of Wands, that fire element, your energy, inflow with you of movement, action, taking almost a step forward that feels organic to you, it feels right to you. So there's movement here, and that's what everyone likes to be doing, and especially a Leo, they like to be moving and using their energy towards establishing something that's passionate and connected to them. And this Knight is definitely on a mission. So what is this Knight of Wands for, please, for Leo? And it is with the element of air, and it's swords energy, air energy, so cerebral energy here, and it's another 7. So the 7 of Swords is about re-strategizing, like being aware that you may need to go along with the flow in regards to a conversation, communication. You might be doing this to keep the peace. So you might be in the first week of June, Leo, really minding your P's and Q's in a workplace situation, your career, or even what you actually do day to day in regards to a personal project. It's almost like the necessary evil energy here with the 7 of Swords, because it's like a diplomatic energy about taking a different strategy in regards to communication, or our minds, or how we are talking, and even with communication. So you might be ready to take some action, yet the 7 of Swords is asking you to just be a little bit more cunning. It might go against the grain of your true nature, but you might need to when it comes to your work, career, or a personal project that you actually are anchored into. So the second week of June, we've got that 8. I know it seems to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment. I will tie this together in a very palatable, easy to digest reading for you, but we're just getting the bits and pieces for the month of June for you, Leo. So again, hang tight. The second week of June, we've got that Eight of Cups, which is taking a step back, taking your time to rethink what it is that makes you feel content emotionally, psychically on board, getting back to your heart chakra here. Well, it's with another seven, and it's the Seven of Cups. So you have three sevens in your reading now. So this is all about investments and change. So the Seven of Cups in the second week of June with that Eight of Cups has you very aware of taking a step back because of emotional overload or too much emotional stimulation. So there could be something quite almost feels like there's trouble in the Leo world when it comes to what feels organic and what doesn't, when it comes to you feeling emotionally settled. So something's ruffling your emotional feathers here in the second week. Okay. And it could have to do with a relationship or a third-party situation, is a possibility, is what I'm picking up here. So the third week, we've got that major arcana card of death. You know, letting something go to bring in something new. It's a long cycle, but it's almost, you can't ignore this death that's necessary for you to go in a different direction. And it's with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen is the master of her suit, which is water. The water element of feelings, emotions, intuition. This Queen is a nurturer, a carer. She's very compassionate. She's very psychic. She's also got this energy of, or association of, alluring, mystic, mysterious energy about her. So it could represent a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian person in your life as well. This Queen of Cups represents those sun signs. But it looks as if there's something psychically needs to go or end for you to go in a different direction because you are possibly being overrun or you've been pushing aside something that's been emotionally draining for you or psychically draining for you, and you need to move on from this. Wow, what an interesting reading, Leah. Okay. Well, let's just get this last card and then we'll tie this in for Leo. Okay, so the end of the month of June, we have the fourth week. We have that Seven of Pentacles energy of looking at your practical resources of your 3D reality and seeing if the juice is worth the squeeze. What have you built to date? Has it yielded results, or do you need to let something go here and move in a new direction to build a sense of security when it comes to your work, your finances and resources, things that you can touch, things that you know to be of reality and part of you. So Seven of Pentacles, please, for Leo, fourth week of June. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 sevens. My goodness, all you need is a Seven of Wands and you've done it. You've got all the sevens in all these elements of the tarot. So this will be interesting if this shows up indeed. And we're looking at something completely different. But yeah, 3 sevens, this is all about decisions. Thank you. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles is with the Knight of Wands. So, Swords, excuse me. So, Swords is element of air again, cerebral, how we think, communication, and the Knights take action. They bring movement, but this is sparse, swift movement. This is almost like the light bulb comes on, whether it's through your own thoughts, making a decision that takes you in a completely different direction quite swiftly and acutely, communication coming in that makes you change direction quite quickly, is what the Knight of Swords is. And with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like a quick change in making a decision when it comes to your work, your resources. You're either moving away from a work situation, you're done, it's over, and you're investing your time and energy in something else because it's really not producing anything that feels like you feel safe to continue on this particular path when it comes to your finances. Wow, interesting month for you, June 2024. Seems very pivotal, excuse me. which makes sense. We're halfway through the year. Okay, Leo, let's see what I can see psychically for you for your month of June. Leo, I think you're very aware that there's energy you're pouring into work or a creative project that almost feels like you're unhappy with the environment, or people in it, or even what you pursue creatively, what you do, services you provide to other people. It seems as if you are keeping it close to your chest, your feelings, thoughts, and what you'd like to say. So it almost feels like a throat chakra situation here in the first week of June. You are unable to speak your truth, but it might be necessary because you're feeling things out and you haven't really made a decision that's concrete when it comes to your work or things that you do and services you provide for others. Which brings you to that second week of June of contemplation and feeling emotionally overwhelmed. It's almost as if you know there's been too much emotional effort connected to your work and energy that you're using, or more importantly, not using in the right direction. So it's almost like a check yourself before you wreck yourself moment in the second week of June, because you understand that something's in, or psychically you're aware that something's not in flow when it comes to a third party situation, or even something that you're extremely emotionally connected to. And then that brings you to that third week of intuitively knowing it's time to let go, or looking or speaking to a counselor or someone that has a lighter touch to you to bring you recognition of it's time to move on, let go, purge, so something new can come in and it's okay. It's like this person is a support system for you, someone that is a counselor, a healer, tarot reader, astrologer, psychiatrist, something like that, psychologist, that gives you a different perception or perspective about it's okay to let go and move on into something new, because you're done, it's over. Which brings you to the making that swift change in the fourth week of June, moving into July, to move away from a work situation or a creative pursuit that you've been connected to, so you can now, you know, have your mind freed up, give yourself some mental space. If it's like a relief, a purge of a mental struggle, and it frees you up to not feel so connected to something that's quite 3D, which is resources, problems with resources, or problems with investments that haven't yielded results, and it takes you in a different direction, and you are making that move in the fourth week of June, moving into July. So that is your month of June. Acceptance, I don't think you are going to settle when it comes to your work situation or services you provide for other people. It's time for you to move on, and you know it. But someone's there to help you and assist you and push you in a very gentle way to accept that, to free your mind up and give you something else to think about in regards to your creative pursuits and resources. It's almost like a breath of fresh air in the third week of June. It's like the valve of pressure's released, and in a very caring way and compassionate way that allows you to make the changes necessary for you to feel in flow again. So what I see is a mixed bag of the elements: air, fire, water, earth, and there's a lot going on for you, Leo, in the month of June. Nothing you can't handle, but it's almost as if the acceptance, or the assistance to help you accept that change is necessary, and it arrives and lands in the month of June. So that's always positive. So I'm going to leave it there, Leo. I'm Cosmic Girl 101. That's your June 2024 tarot reading. Take care, and thanks for tuning in.